Hey, my name is Deathtrap, and welcome to another Road to Gold, the series where I try to outline the most efficient and painless methods to get various weapons gold in Call of Duty Vanguard. The halfway point in the Road to Atomic grind is quickly approaching, as another SMG gets taken off the list. Now thanks for joining, as we detail the Owen submachine gun. As far as I can tell, this is the first appearance for the Owen to the Call of Duty franchise. Something to recognize when starting with this weapon while gaining levels is that it's mostly to be used in medium to long range engagements until you can unlock some attachments to change up your playstyle. The base version's low fire rate, high caliber ammunition, and extended damage range allow you to excel in those longer range battles, which just doesn't happen consistently with other SMGs. It is a 3 to 5 shot kill depending on range and core, but you're probably going to be more into the 3 to 4 shot category, as you just need one upper torso hit to decrease that kill shot potential at medium and long ranges. If you're looking to make the gun a little bit better in the close range, the Hawkinson 142mm rapid barrel and 8mm Kurz rounds are definitely the attachments to keep an eye out for, but just note that doing so severely limits you using the gun at range. Another attachment that is a great choice for building upon your base build, but unfortunately is a late weapon unlock, is a 305mm precision barrel, which gives the weapon better recoil and a disgusting 2-shot potential if you can land a headshot and upper torso shot at close range, or both shots as headshots at medium range. Now generally, precision barrels that add headshot damage take away damage to the body and limbs, but for some reason the Owen, it just doesn't, and only takes a slight reduction in bullet velocity and to sprint to fire speed. The Call of Duty community wonders if it may be a bug in the game, but at the moment the only reasons you shouldn't have this barrel equipped are if you're doing attachment challenges that call for another barrel, or using an exclusively short-range build. On the hardcore side of things, this weapon is fantastic for hardcore players as it decently rivals speed and handling stats of other SMGs, with the added benefit of being a one-shot kill up to 38 meters. Further out than that, it's still a one-shot kill at upper torso and above, with it being 2 shots anywhere else on the body. While using this weapon, and going through the list of its camo challenges, you'll easily get the 400 eliminations for pack tactics, 100 headshots for surgical, and 50 multi-kills for predatory ambition. Now when it comes to the 30 bloodthirsties for Reptilian, I only really have 2 small pieces of advice, as you should have no problem getting 5 kills in a row with this weapon in most circumstances. Use tactical pacing if you're looking to use small maps like Shipment and Das House. I don't know if it's just bad luck, or if I'm getting really hit hard for a stretch of decent games, but I've been having a hell of a time stringing together 5 kills on those maps when it comes to blitz pacing. Unfortunately, due to the wonky spawn logic, you'll have people aimed in right at your back when they spawn back in, and unless if you're some type of 180-degree drop-shotting god, you're cooked. Secondly, if you feel for some reason you are getting outgunned quite often due to the low fire rate, definitely consider switching up to hardcore for a bit, where you're golden if you can consistently land that first shot. Now it sounds odd due to the low health, but my biggest kill streaks, including my only 2v2 rockets, have come in these playlists. I ended up getting Reptilian done well before the rest of the camo challenges, as I believe most people will, but if you haven't by the time you are at weapon level 70, I did provide a hardcore build that worked very well for me. It's a build that focuses on first shot accuracy and general accuracy overall, and even though it really doesn't have anything to aid it in its speed, it still seems decent enough in that regard to just not cause issues. Fortunately, there isn't a second set of long shots needed for a later challenge, so you can immediately start going for the 100 needed to complete Deadeye when it unlocks at weapon level 30 if you wish. I will never not recommend this to be done in hardcore playlists, as it generally only takes 1 to 2 bullets to kill with even a base gun. A lot of kills will come from enemies that are moving from cover to cover, which is just something you won't find for the most part in core. Getting these type of kills can drastically speed up the process of getting this challenge done, as now instead of getting just a few long shots a game, you can get sometimes 10 plus on a map with good viewing angles. I like throwing on incendiary rounds here, as it does help in those cases where you need an extra bullet, but they make it to cover and you can't shoot through it. In this case, sometimes that burning from the round is enough to take them out. Also, I use Piercing Vision at perk 2 when doing these, as it helps pretty well with visibility for looking in those darker areas where enemies are hidden better at range. Most maps have long shot spots, but my favorites are Damansk and Paradise for its open areas, and Subpens for its cross-map viewing angles. The next 2 sets of challenges for getting 100 close-range kills for Berserker at level 40, and 100 hipfire kills for Wildcat at level 50, will unlock naturally for you while going for the rest of the camos, as there are 2 later attachment challenges that require these kill actions. The first of which unlocks at level 60 with Survivalist, and requires 100 hipfire kills while moving with the 9mm 72 round mags, LOR folding stock, and the steady proficiency equipped. Completing this challenge went a lot faster than expected actually, and I'm honestly trying to figure out how, as I did them back when shipments was around. For whatever reason, the attachments just work really well together for moving around and shooting from the hip, even without gung-ho, which would have made at least a little bit more sense. Stick to the really small maps like Das House and Shipment, and run around like a madman shooting anything in your way, and you'll get this done in no time. The next attachment challenge unlocked at level 65 for the Mind Games category calls for you to get 100 ADS kills with the Hawkinson 305mm precision barrel, 9mm 20-round fast mags, and the acrobatic proficiency. The proficiency is a bit of an odd choice here, and you'll need to reload quite often if you're playing core. But overall, this attachment setup is actually very usable, though I did throw back on the Gawain H4 folding stock to improve aimed-in speed and accuracy. Once again, you should have little problem getting the kills here. For efficiency's sake, stick to Shipment and Das House unless they're wearing on you a bit, in which case you really can get them done on any map. And finally, rounding out the camo challenges is Death Artist, which has you get 100 close range kills with the Gawain 188mm shrouded barrel, Gawain H4 folding stock, and the Rec proficiency equipped. Now again, the proficiency is a bit of an odd choice here, as I just don't see the connection to the other attachments. Unfortunately, the barrel is a substantial downgrade in terms of recoil, and the only really buff here comes with a moderate increase to sprint to fire speed. Now, since it's asking for close range kills anyways, I just recommend throwing on attachments to help increase that sprint to fire speed further where you can, just to be able to quickly get your gun up and ready to shoot when you come face to face with an enemy. Definitely stick to small maps like Shipment and Das House here, as close range opportunities will be very bountiful, and allow you to make quick work of this challenge in just a few short games. Overall, I rather enjoyed my time using the Owen. I personally wasn't as efficient with this gun like the others I've done so far, as I used it casually as a backup when using sniper rifles. And even though it isn't the strongest overall, it was still relatively easy to use. One thing I for sure didn't like about it though, were the larger magazine sizes, as they seemed to block the view quite a bit when aiming in. I only used them when I absolutely had to for that attachment challenge. Anyways, that's it for the Owen submachine gun. There are a few more gold weapons I have been able to get done recently, like the Bren, so that should be coming sooner rather than later as well. Thanks again for tuning in, and please remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Take care, and enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you on the next one. Peace.